Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let me share my screen. Okay, you should be able to see my PHP Runner window. And let's get started. So today we're going to talk about applications that require you to open several tabs simultaneously. And in each tab, you will be doing something that shouldn't be independent. Let me explain a little bit more what I'm talking about. One of our members suggested that we do a webinar dedicated to preventing session bleeding. What does it mean? By default, sessions are shared between all tabs of your web application. So if you open same page or similar pages in multiple web browser tabs, sessions will be shared. So anything that is in the session will be shared, and it will be overwritten when you open a new tab or switch to another tab. And this may lead, so like in most applications, you don't need that, you don't care about that, etc. But there are certain types of applications where this can be useful, and I want to show you how to deal with it. So probably the most typical options is when you open multiple tabs on behalf of different people, different customers, different agents, field agents, and you want every tab to act independently. Do not rely on session variables except for common settings like user ID or something. So for instance, you have several field agents and you're on the phone with one, they talk to the customers and trying to, I don't know, place an order on the phone, and you may have several tabs open and from working with different agents or different customers at the same time, and you want each tab work as the agent was opening it. Something like that. You will see what I'm saying, like we start doing that. So the problem is, like normally, for instance, we have a simple project here, the usual Northwind database, and we also have agents table. So let me build it, show you, and it will probably make a little bit more sense. So these are agents. I want to have multiple tabs open. I want to add orders on behalf of the agents, and I don't want session variables to get into the way. So in order to do this, we need to, like, if we cannot use session variables for anything, like a normal situation, I would rather like make someone select the agent first, right? I will save that agent ID variable in a session variable, and I will use it in all my code and everything. And it will be easy. That's a normal thing to do, etc. But in our situation, open a different tab and go back to the main page. Select a different agent and satisfy a big bunny. You can see, right? So we need to, instead of using session variables, we need to pass agent ID via URL. And we need to carry it over to any other consecutive page we might be opening, for that reason that if we do anything, we need to know what the current agent ID is. So the idea is that we want to find a way to pass something in the URL so we can base our code on that. So let me start. So we go to agents, and if we click orders, we will only see orders that belong to current agent. So it makes sense. That's the first step. So that was the custom button. Okay. And now if you take a look at the left bottom corner, I hope you can see it. You can see that I also wrote a very simple event, menu item modify, that will add this variable agent ID, current agent ID that I read from the URL, adds it to every single menu item. So if you go here, we have it, so we can do something with it. We can use it some way we want. So, okay, so let's start by this table. So this order shows all orders for current agent. So let me show you the buttons code and how do I filter data by current agent. It's all very simple, guys. It's just like you need to remember every page here. You just need to pass that variable via URL and you can retrieve it from there. So, okay, simple stuff, but if you ever need to build this kind of application, first of all, you need to know that this is possible. If your client asks you that, so yes, this is possible, and it explains what kind of work is required. So agents, I added a couple of buttons here. Both of them are very, very simple. Nothing in the client before event. On the server event, we retrieve the current record like this. Let's not resize them. Okay. Retrieving the current record and passing agent ID value to client after event. Client after event, we just do JavaScript redirect to the list page, passing that agent ID. So straightforward. Same thing with add order, the same way to retrieve order ID, agent ID, and the only difference that we pass the control to the add page. So now on the orders table, add page, agent ID has a default value of get of agent ID. So this is how when we proceed to add a new record, like here is agent ID number 2, and it's already populated here. There are different ways to do that, but this is the easiest. Probably we can, if you hide this, and we can add a hidden field to the form and pass agent ID via form when we submit, click save button, but this is probably easier. If you want to, you can make it, instead of being it drop down, you can probably make it read only, right? So someone doesn't change it by mistake, or it's just one of the options. So, and the point is that anywhere where you go, it passes agent ID via URL. So this is how I do it. I use, again, really simple menu item modify event. So I'm checking if agent ID value is available. So past value, it's a really helpful kind of function in both phpRunner and ESPRunner.net. It reads the value of both get and post requests. So you can use it in your PHP code, and doesn't matter if you send something via post or via get, post value will have the value of what is being sent. And we just use a set params. So just adding agent ID equals post value of agent ID to the URL. So this is how it works. So we just want to add it to every single menu item, and it makes sense. Probably you will need to replace all the buttons with custom buttons on that orders list page and on other pages. Okay, let's take a look. So we are going to agents first. We pick an agent number 3. It's in the URL, and we click add new order, and nothing happens. So what did I miss? Oh, it's a bad name, I guess. That's a bad name because we already have a parameter named params, so just need to be something different, I guess. No. Okay, let's call it URL, though it's not a URL, but document location. So I don't know, like maybe I missed something. I remember like using a slightly different piece of the code for the same purpose. It comes from the official documentation, so what can be possibly wrong with it? Okay, let's do it again. Okay, add new order. Okay, it works. So just a different, yeah, SpongeBob. Okay, it makes sense, right? So now if you go click back to list, it's going to drop the agent ID equals 3 from the URL. So we will need to replace this button as well.